Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the channel. Good morning. Hope everyone's feeling well. I am Miss Marie, and this is Giving It to You Straight. Live. Love, relationships, career, finances. We got it all here. I'm speaking a little softly. Um, and so, yeah, only because it's a nice, quiet energy coming in on this beautiful Saturday. So if you have a question, come on in. I'm going to start connecting and let's see what the messages are for you guys today, June 28th, 2025. 25. Let's get it. My beautiful, healthy spirits and my holy loving angels connected to multidimensional spirits of light, love. Let's go right into all 12 signs from Pisces to Aries in that order. One more. Here we go. Thank you so much for joining me in this live. If you pass through here, you're meant to watch this live. Come on in and ask a question, whatever's troubling you. If you need insight, guidance, there's some message here that you probably need to hear. Today is the day. Practicing gratitude is one of the best ways to generate emotion. So, with that being said, welcome to the live. Thank you so much. Here we go. One more for Pisces through Aries. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. The energy's quiet. So Pisces, uh, today's soul action for you is journal where you can be more consistent in your life in alignment with your soulful goals and then show up. Okay, Pisces? I'm letting fear stop me. Are you letting fear stop me, Pisces? Okay, fear just, you know, fear cripples you, right? Your survival instincts, they kick in. So if you're fearing something, you're not going to give yourself the opportunity to defeat, okay? So whatever's stopping you, fear, it's fear of getting seen, fear of, being rejected, fear of loving, fear of, being successful, having the responsibilities that come. Hey, Tanu. Hi, you're new here. Welcome to the live, sweetie. Yes, you could ask a question. Thank you so much for joining me. Tanu, hi, I'm new here. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, sweetie. Thank you so much for showing up. It is Saturday, June 28th. So Pisces, if you come in, this is yours, and it ends at 3:30. What will happen next between Paramveer and me? We are in no contact right now. What would happen? I like that. Okay. All right. So let's see what would happen. So I'm gonna give you July. That's fair to say, right? You don't want to take it too much far into the future, but I don't want you to live in anxiety, worry about it, or even being in some kind of energy that it's not gonna be pushing you forward. All right? You're gonna have to learn how to heal so you can help the person heal. All right, that's just the only thing I'm telling you. Okay, let's see what the spirit guides, ancestors, what messages they have for you and Paramveer, what will happen between you two. Most of the time, this goes into an advice. They'll show me what's going on right now. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going towards, right? The future. Uh, like I said, a lot of times they don't show me that. They'll give me the high priest. All right. A lot of times they give me the high priest. So let's just see. All right. Let's see the energy for you and your person as you move forward in July, and in August we stop that energy just like that. Here we go for Tanu. You need some clarity in your connection. Exactly. I feel you. One more, sweetie. Let's go ahead. One more. What will happen? Thank you. Okay. I'm not worried. I'm not wearing none of my jewelry. I just came off on a spontaneous energy. So you got the Five of Wands. You got the Two of Swords. You got the Page of Wands. And you got the King of Swords. Let's see the bottom here. So the Ace of Cups. All right. So what will happen eventually? Because you got the Ace. This could be a renewal here. I'm gonna go to the highest court card here, which is the King of Air, the King of Swords. There could be communication with him in September. Something happened in September, okay, or something happened just about a week ago. What happened a week ago? Because it's showing me there was a fight here. There could be you moving in together with them, or the place of residency. All right, or it could have been friends influencing a connection, or a parent here. All right. So what you could do, what could happen here is you guys reconcile. All right. The Two of Swords is not a clear deciding how I'm going to move forward. I don't know if there's a money that, well, they're not showing me money, but is following my passions, huh? Nothing happened a week ago. Okay, because I got a week here, and this is happening now because this is the Cancer. See, when the new moon cycle starts here, and this is a connection to my home, my parents. All right. When I read, I don't read like other people. All right. We have been in no contact for almost a year. Oh, okay. Okay. Because what could happen here is this. There could be something new, a new beginning here. All right. And then the Five of Pentacles is the card of I want my freedom, or I want to be alone. Right. This person's personality, is about being free, because whatever the case may be, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of my spiritual beliefs, or just focusing on my money, right? They waiting to maybe receive some money, or you could be going through a karma. You understand me? So yeah, I see money. You see the money here. All right. When I'm focusing on my money, my school, or just taking some kind of different route or journey that they must go to, right? We have a lot there, but all right, maybe they're having a hard time with this energy, all right? Or there could be a competition here with you and your person, although, because a lot of times they show me what's going on instead of telling me, but I don't have the High Priestess here, but there's a King of Swords here, all right? Because although the energy is young, but it's like it needs to be more like they have a lot of high standards on themselves or on the relationship. Even if they're young, they have a lot of high standards. They demand some kind of, like, you know what I mean? Like they have their mind like set in their ways. Okay, so they're not really showing me. I'm gonna shuffle again for you. So what I can see is I got a lot of. I don't even have a major arcana, and I don't like when that happens. All I see is money, my ambitions, following my dreams. I don't want to be restricted. I don't like a lot of demands. I don't like nobody that messes with my freedom. All right. So all right. One more. They're showing me a whole lot. Next time, ask me a yes or no question. because you get more like that. There's too much energy. All right. I don't know if I don't know because right now look the eight of swords is the energy of feeling trapped. Right? It's the energy of being constricted. They don't like that. They like to be free so they could make money because their legacy. I don't know if they're gonna work for their parents or they need to take after the legacy of the parents. You understand? So they're not. You're not even getting a major arcana. Let's see what's at the bottom. You got the star. Wow, wow. This is a long way going. I don't know. Something happened years or 7 years here at best. You got the 17th. You got the 17th card. All right. I don't know, to tell you the truth. Who feels trapped? You feel trapped with this connection. You feel like hopeless. This is basically the heart of the hopeless. This is frustrating relationship. Uh, what I would tell you, try to do a lot of mantras and prayers so you could get this energy off you. Yeah, he comes fluently. Yeah, yeah, from affluent family. All right. So the only reason you probably feel connected to this person, because when you meet somebody, let me tell you something. Every time that you're gonna meet somebody, about somebody, you're gonna create a wound. And when the lovers separate, there's an instant wound there that needs to be healed, right? And at least you're feeling trapped. But that's in the mind because right now, especially if they're not connecting with you, all right? I could get you some advice on how you should move forward. But if you stay waiting on this, you're going to lose out on so many beautiful things that could come to your life. A lot of times, we got to let people be. Yeah, no, you got to let people be. Yeah, no, that's sad. And he really tells you, yeah, no, he's focused on his family and his legacy. A lot of times, money to some people is more important, or not even the money, the the part of him leaving a legacy for his family or following in the footsteps of the grandfather. There is a grandfather, there is a father here that has high expectations or choosing his path. All right. Now I can get you some advice. Life is so precious, life is so sacred, our time is very limited. We here in a limited time opportunity, so you shouldn't be wasting it on that. Okay. So I don't know. You shouldn't. I wouldn't. Not with this. When you get the 10 of Pentacles, there's something that he must complete. So when you get the 10 of Pentacles, it's basically, I'm going to move forward. You have to. Let's see. Yeah, no, you got to give yourself that chance. Don't cheat yourself out of a good life or a good relationship. Waiting for somebody. Sometimes you got to listen. You got to understand that. Just sometimes you're not going to get the answers you're craving, the yes or no, the holding on to see if they're gonna come and come. No, you gotta let that go. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Sometimes the closure, you never get the closure. You create your own closure and you turn that page today. Don't be a victim here. You're not a victim. You just happen to fall in love like the rest of the world does. All right? That's why you have to find, if you find common ground with a person or you even discuss your statuses, how you're looking forward to evolve and how you look to evolve together, to integrate, to have this connection with somebody, because love is a serious thing, but it'll keep you trapped, and it's bad. This is really bad. Yeah, you're waiting for closure, and you have to create your own closure at this point. Sometimes things are going to be just left, and the tides and all that. It's not going to be able to. You know what I mean? So you need to stop waiting for closure and move on. Here we go. How you know if they're the one? The universe will make it loud and clear for you. All right. But if you're staying in this energy, it's not really healthy. Let's see here. What does it look like for you for the next 6 months? Love, period, at the end. Here we go for Tanu. One more. Tanu. Let's go. One more. One more, Tanu. Oop. Thank you. The 3 of Wands. The 9 of Cups. So you got 2. Well, then you got an 8 and a 9. The 3 of Wands is telling you that there is somebody out there for you that's going to value you, that's going to give you It's somewhere out there. You're gonna have to give yourself the chance. I don't know if you're so a strong believer in marriage here or following traditions, right? So I don't know if you got to complete school. There's something that you want to do here, all right? And in order to create this from the 9 to the 10, you're gonna have to see because this waits. This is the energy of waiting, not right now, dating anybody because I want to invest in you. I want my emotions in you. So it could be any of these people here. Somebody that if you're looking for the marriage, if you're looking for that, you're gonna have to make yourself, you're gonna have to bring them to your vision. You understand? Yeah, we all want that. You and everybody else. But don't see yourself as a person that's by themselves. Don't keep yourself in the egocentricity, all right? Thinking that things are gonna just come to you. You're gonna have to put some practice. It's not about you working, it's about you practicing. You like if you're trying to manifest something, because this person is all about manifesting and bringing things to them. Okay? Are you still here? You and everybody wants this 10 of cups. Everybody wants a happily ever after. Everybody wants this. But what are you doing? Are you willing to do? Because it's a long way from you. I think she left. But anyway, hopefully that you get the message. All right. You're going to have to go out. You're going to have to get out there. Start doing your research. Start, go date online. Oh, you still there? All right. So like somebody was here and left. You're going to have to go out there and start getting online. Put your profile. Do you have a profile? All right. Find a mentor that can help you, a guide. Maybe go to somebody that you could trust. Get somebody, and believe me, there's somebody out there that would love to have you, would love to give you this life. Everybody has a purpose. Everybody has somebody that even if they don't, a lot of times we don't connect with them mentally. We don't have the same goals or right away. It doesn't happen. And gradually we build on that. What are you building on? What is more important to you? Trust, right? And so having trust issues, a lot of times we don't look at the big picture, right? We focus on what we want right now. But I want you to think long term here. All right. What is your success? What do you put your value on? Trust, faithfulness, compassion, money, whatever it is. But they asking you right here, if you want this true commitment, if you're traditional, right? You need to put yourself out there. No, you have to create a profile. God, let me tell you, so the God of the universe is loving, so merciful, kind, will send you this person, but you're gonna have to stop thinking negative, stop, because everything will align perfectly for you. You'll be like, wow, I'm glad that I didn't give up. That it's okay to have that closure. Because right now, the 9 of cups in reverse, it's like you don't see a way. Like, you lost your the wishes and the desires that you have, like they're very low. Like you don't have no balance right now. Like not no balance. Like basically you're when you're not balanced, right? You tend to get cold, distance, close yourself off because you're waiting on this one person. Don't do that. No, no, I'm sorry. You could get this because they're showing you. They're showing you right here. But what are you willing to? What are you willing to do? Because you got the 4 cups right behind it. And look, right behind it, you got the 2 of. So this could all happen for you. Right now we in Cancer season. That shows a lot of cups. Around October, November. If you still no, trying it's a failure. No, I'm gonna do it. And if you could start manifesting now, start taking pictures, do a vision board, because this is so beautiful what I have in front of me. But find somebody that you could trust, somebody that could guide you, even if it's here. You stay here, you learn what is all about reciprocity. No, you're gonna have to do it because your life could be so. You could turn all this around by October, November. You will have somebody. You will pull that energy in without no hesitation. Somebody that's gonna be willing, bam, and you're gonna be like, "Wow, I didn't give up." And look how God blessed me with this wonderful life. You could have all this. We all can, but we tend to hold on to the promises of the past, and we don't focus on the now. And my goodness, so many people's been so successful because They took the time. They didn't focus on the negative. They weren't too anxious about the future. They started doing the practices now. I'm serious. I don't play with my energy. But anyway, listen. If you want a truly commitment, somebody that's loyal, faithful, you know, and understand that they're gonna have a past. Once you understand that everybody has a past, that everybody comes with some burden or some trauma or drama, you learn how to you heal yourself now, and so you can learn to help them because you can't pour from an empty cup. There's not gonna be no match to it. All right, because you're still gonna try to relive. This is what happens in relationships. We come in with past and they come in with past, and then when we start thinking about the problems, how hard it's going to be, how long it's going to take. No, you start now. You start making those micro movements now, and it leads you to the macro, the big, and this is what you get. Right, because you put all the hard work and sacrifice. All right, but there's a whole world out there, and there's somebody going to be for you. You're going to be like, you're going to be glad you didn't give up. All right, so good luck. If you want to stand here, what are the keys? What are the tools that I need to have? Then you're in the right place. As you learn, you grow, and you share with others, and you help others the same. Because we all been there, we all been hurt. But knowing when you meet somebody, you're gonna create a wound. The minute you spot at somebody, because now you're saying, you're gonna start thinking about them. Wow, what it could be like. I wonder what it could be. Words. Are they gonna lie to me? So right now we create doubt. We start assuming. So go into this with a non-dualistic lens, where you could understand that yes, it's gonna be good times and bad times. Am I gonna have pain and pleasure? Is it gonna be a success or failure? You're gonna experience them both. And when you learn how to navigate through these emotional landscapes, you'll be able to make the best decisions because your discernment is there through the good times and the bad times, the big decisions that I got to make for my life. Listen, I will give you words of encouragement to uplift you, but I'll give it to you straight. You need to learn how to love. First, we got to love on. I'm going to love on me. And man, that's the most beautiful gift you could give yourself. And a lot of times we don't want to do that. And I understand you. I was such a hopeless romantic. I would put more prioritize in how they love me instead of how I love myself. But we learn and we grow. All right, sweetie? So if you have any other messages or questions, I'll be right back and you can ask me them. All right, Tanu, I'm back. You're welcome, sweetie. I'm going to give you a love oracle. Listen, you're going to be filling out a lot of forms. There's forms to fill out. There's grades to pass here. I don't know if you're in school. Okay. Let me go ahead here with my beautiful love oracle from Jericho Mandibor. Let's see. I want to just flip through the pages and just see what message you get. All right. There you go. Romance is a drug used responsibly. All right, let me tell you something. What they're trying to say to you here. All right, because a lot of times we get caught up with the romance. It's great, romance, lighting candles, going out to dinner, special moments spent together. What happens when that's gone? Because that's the one that pulls you in. That's that sensual, right? All the massages, the whispers, taste, touch, all our five senses, right? What happens when that's gone? All right. Hello, Tanya. How you doing, sweetie? What happens when that's gone? Okay. Romance is good, right? But the practicality and the commitment and seeing through the good and the bad. Okay. Don't get caught up with all the romance because then eventually you have to learn how to do other things as well, right? You understand? I'm good, sweetie. How about you? Okay, so just focus on that. We all get caught up with that. It feels so good, just the romance. All right, and it leaves us room like, wow, we missed the romance. It is like a drug. Um, we get caught up with that, and it crutches us. It keeps us stuck, and it puts these chains around us, and then we can't move. We get confined, restricted. All right, so just remember that. You have a question, sweetie? Just build on what is coming next in love. I'm single and ready to mingle. Let's see for the month of July. Summer, sexy, hot. We're getting out there with our best selves. Tanya, let's go. Let's see the energy for you. And Tanu, thank you so much for joining me in this live. Come back again real soon. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully 4 p.m. Think about something that you want and remember that the universe is holding uh, the words that you speak to, these vibrations, these frequencies. So I'll teach you about that as well. I think I want to do a whole video on that, how I connect. And remember that you channel in every minute, all your thoughts, keep them positive. Don't get in that energy of fear and doubt that lowers your vibration. We constantly vibrating in different frequencies. So when you understand how the universe is incredibly creating your reality, you start thinking more positive. Mm-mm. Every thought that you utter this compromises this energy, right? So focus on the words. Remember what you say. Be careful, and remember, be careful what you focus on, because basically you'll start to live that out. All right. We want to live up. We're gonna be using words that are uplifting, empowering, encouraging, and it's gonna give you the most. We're here on a limited time opportunity, and with that being said, let's hit that bell for Tanya. Tanya, let's go ahead. Thank you so much for joining the live. Let's see what's coming to you next in love. I will leave you with a soul action. What action to take? Write, journal, dancing. Don't get stuck with nobody's energy. Push that energy out. Say no, thank you. When the thought comes to your mind, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. You know if it's you or you know if it's something else. Here we go, Tanya. July, love coming for you. Single, are you ready to mingle? Let's see here. One more. We got to do it's not the work, it's the alignment that we must make. And we got to be real honest with ourselves, because there are things that you told your subconscious, unconsciously, your subconscious records everything. You know that, right? And there are things that you said that you don't want, and guess what? The universe is giving you exactly what you want. So you got to learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind. You got the Three of Pentacles, you have the Four of Swords, and you have the Seven of Wands. Whew. Okay. So the Eight of Pentacles. So in July, you might be coming across people from your job. All right. I don't know where you work at. I don't know. Do you work at a jewelry store? They're showing me jewelry store online here. Okay. Because, oh, my battery's low. No, oh, wow, my battery's low. Hold on. Oh, no. Yes, it is. This is not even plugged in. All right, there we go. All right. Oh, you're looking for a job. You got a lot of applications out? Okay, because whatever it is, you're gonna meet somebody at this a job or church. All right. This is a place where you work for in July, but this goes all the way to July, August, September. Okay. But the Seven of Swords is a card of right somebody that doesn't want to deal with feelings and emotions. Is sneaky. Is shrewd. It's a little bit cunning. So you might come across that energy. Okay, because whatever's going on with the Four of Swords is something that you completed already. It's a cycle that is ended, or right now you're praying. You're trying to connect with somebody. You're trying to pray, or even manifest with some, with a higher source here. Okay, so the blacksmith in here, right? They will keep a lot of irons in the fire. That means they will have a lot of things burning at one time because they were trying to forge it and try to make it into something beautiful. All right, the connection between heaven and earth, basically. This crystallization that happens when you take precious metal and you turn it into something beautiful. All right. I don't know. For some reason, I don't know if you're going to be working in a place where you have to turn things like you're going to be working with welding or something, or you might meet a welder. Okay. They try to show me something here. All right. But I don't like the Seven of Swords because this deals with the dualistic nature, right? It's like the two of swords, these two swords that are left behind is that I don't want to have to deal with a lot of emotions. And it's going to seem like they're not going to be straight up honest with you. You know that already. All right? About feelings. So it's going to be like a little hard, but we all deal with it. When we first meet somebody, it's like at the same time, look, this could be the person or this could be you. Don't share a lot of information when you first meet somebody. You understand? At the same time, everybody's giving that advice. All right. Don't share information and things like that. All right. We all nice. We all got both nice, good, and bad in us. So whatever you're gonna deal with here, you're gonna have to deal with both the duality of things, right? Because here it's like I only want to deal with good guys, but everybody got good and bad. So you gotta know how to deal with both. All right? You understand me? Nobody wants a sneaker, so that's why you talk about it. They're not gonna want to talk about it. Somebody's not gonna want to talk about their feelings. They're gonna act like it doesn't really matter, or I'm gonna not deal with feelings, right? But they really want to, okay? Which is gonna make you feel like, wow. Just make sure that you said those things on the, like your ideas, common ground, things we have in common, right? You might have a lot in common with them. We all have a lot in common with each other. You understand what I'm saying? This is where it gets complicated because that's the law of polarity. That's the law of duality. A lot of our instinct, we don't want to deal with the uncomfortableness, the awkwardness, the like I don't want to deal with a lot of feelings. Like I want to deal with only the good aspect of a person, and we have both. We have good and bad in us. All right, but sometimes we choose to deal with only I only want the good stuff. No, life is not like that. This is why a lot of people are in this situation because they run away instead of confronting those things. You understand? We both listen in this earth. We're dealing with two natures, with the good and the bad. Okay, like the yin and yang energy. They both compromise of these two particles, right? These two energies, these two opposing forces that trying to find each other, right? And because they don't complement, oh, like you don't compliment me, or you're not the same like me, they're not gonna be. Okay, you understand? And you too, you gotta look at it like that. Like they're gonna have past and you're gonna have past, but how we gonna find how to work through our dual nature? Because you're gonna try to get away with something. Oh, you trying to get away with something. Oh no, you do. You understand that you both gonna be thinking like that. Can can that be my crush pop or so? I don't know. I don't because you're not. You only asking me. This could be. I don't know. This is the card of collaboration. This is the card of work. This is the card of somebody probably in a higher status than you. All right. So, bottom line is, you see the dotted polka dot here on this person. I don't know if you dress like that, if you're hiding something here. You see that right here? Okay. Somebody's not, if somebody, because somebody wants to see all of you or all of something. Do you dress with these emojis or, like cover up? All right. I don't know. This is giving me a lot of stuff here. All right. But anyway, this is basically what it looks like. Let me see if you got anything else here. Let me shuffle again. All right. Because you could be having a lot of activity, a lot of plans, or, right? Let's see what else they give you. I know these cards inside out. I know the people back in the day would work with wear cover up, but I'm not like that though. You do cover up or what? I'm not like that. Okay, all right. Because this is a person that wears a lot of, oh boy, duality again. We don't want to deal with the bad in our connection, but we got to understand we come with a past, and we got to deal with both. It's gonna be good. See, the thing is that people got to learn. Oh yeah, it's gonna be really nice at the beginning, but then it might change, and everything changes. Nothing stays the same. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see what else. One more for Tony. I like doing these. I like doing these readings because it shows me how to tell people, and it helps me. All right, so you got the Lovers. Let's see what else you got. The Eight of Cups and the Judgment card. All right. So here's the thing. The Judgment card that came out last, right? And the Empress at the bottom. Again, you know that you're very beautiful, nurturing, right? Power. She doesn't know that she has good. See, the thing is this with this Empress. She doesn't know that she has power because she hasn't been told. She's just told she's beautiful. You understand that? So she's a warrior. She's not just a mother, nurturing kind. She has both the warrior in her. She's not traditional. Okay? I'm going to give you a little bit about the Empress. She's both. She's both a fighter, a warrior, and she's also nurturing kind. She got these two polarities. She got two. All right? Our dual nature is both. You have the crown, the queen, the mother, but she's also inside. She's fearless. All right? Learning how to deal with that. But the Judgment card is a card of turning points, pivotal moments, but it's a card of me scrutiny before that I get to, because when we judge people, right, like we first had to learn how to be a little bit more discerning, be a little bit like make sure, because they're telling you here, when you get these big cards from the Lovers, the Six, which is finding my soulmate, right, my soul tribe, the other person that mirrors me, make sure that you do your research here, because it could be somebody. Look, at best, or let me not, because I'm giving you too much, and you're not. As you come here, you'll learn about this Judgment card, because there could be somebody that's looking at you, right, and judging you based on this, right, on your looks. Okay, there could be somebody that's looking at you, but judging you, right, and they're only looking at you from one. So you're gonna have to show something different. It's something that you're not doing here. But somebody is admiring your beauty, the way you present yourself, right? They like that about you. Okay? So notice that somebody has their eye on you. Know that for sure. I don't know what this is at, but this is happening right now. The Lovers is a card of, right, finding the person that mirrors me, finding my other half, somebody that I have common ground with. All right? What is the most important thing to you? So anyway, at the end of the day is, right, the Lovers. We already passed that here because this represents the twins. This represents Gemini season, but this also represents Taurus. Who is a Taurus? All right. You could meet a Taurus. You could meet a Sagittarius here with the Judgment of Virgo or a Sagittarius. I said that already. Okay. So the Eight of Cups. The person that you might meet will not like a lot of. They don't want to be restricted. They want to be able to to free and do the things that they want to do. All right. And we all deal with that until you really, really, because it's like I'm trying to see if you can mesh in my life. How can I fit you in my life? Right. That's what's happening, or that's what will happen. And that happens all the time to us. Like, how do you mesh in my life? How can I fit you in? How do I make adjustments for you? Because I don't know if you give this thing that you think you're too good. You understand me? And they might be, or you might be getting judged by the way your appearance, not the this. All right, because this has to, huh? I know I'm like that too. This here is the sarcophagus that you see under here. All right, and these were, pre-Egypt. Are you Egyptian or you? What are you? A lot of times we get the sarcophagus. We don't understand the energy that they carry. Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Oh, you're Indian. Okay. You might meet somebody because of this. It's ancient Egypt, where the deceased were judged and prepared for reincarnation. Central part of Egyptians' funeral rituals. You could meet somebody at a at a ritual ceremony or a funeral, which is odd to meet people, right? When you're being tested, there's a test here. At the end of the day, let's just say you're being tested by how you present yourself, okay? So, because this is represents the sarcophagus, there were bridges, rivers, separation, or punishment, or right. So when you understand this, you'll be like, oh, okay, it meets more. This is between life and death and reincarnation, mystical fear and ancient wisdom, the never-ending cycle of us. This is real deep. This card is real deep. Okay. So when you understand that this energy is in front of you, because this is it. Once you get with this energy, there's no going back. Okay, this is deep. I don't even know why. So you're being tested basically. That you because there's something about you that you have to change. All right, or maybe you give too much. Maybe you give too much. Maybe you make other people feel so comforted. You have to change that about yourself. All right. The Empress, she goes above and beyond. So you got to be careful. Now you got to have to go. It's like you're going to have to bring the warrior out. You show too much of the good, and you got both. So then, because you want people to see, you understand? You want people to see both, because they know they've been hurt. They have doubts. They'll be like, oh, this person looks too good to be true, because nobody's that good. And we know that. I mean, we try our best, but what happens when things don't go your way? How good are you going to be? Or what happens when somebody doesn't agree with you? What happens when somebody has a difference of opinions, right? We tend to get upset when things don't work out for us, all right? So you got to make sure that you don't try to play the good girl. Don't do that. Be your authentic self. Be vulnerable. Like if you could take criticism, if you could take compliments, you got to take them the same. There's compliments and there's criticism. It's okay, right? As long as they don't diminish your character or your ability to choose, right? Because nobody could destroy your character unless they really put, like the Seven of Swords energy, right? They're gonna want to, diminish in front of your superiors or anything else, right? This is deep stuff. This is not. I don't play with this energy. All right, my energy is to teach you as you go, so you can make the best possible decisions. Trust in yourself. You understand? It's not easy. No, this is not easy. I don't even play with this. But the end of the day is show them both. Show them both. Because and even look, at worst, you could be codependent of somebody. You understand? Man, listen, I want to tell you something, but I'm gonna wait. When you wake up a little bit more, you come in, you be like, oh, this is what I'm doing wrong. Versus I need to do both. Show them the good and show them the bad. Show it to them now and let them be the judge. A lot of times we get with people, we know your true intentions. We don't show them all of us, right? And they'll start seeing, oh wow, I could deal with this, because people like people that are real. You understand? You want to be with, because you want honesty, so you got to be honest. You don't keep this good girl image just to try to impress them. It's like when we do that, we try to keep the person, and then when we met, we start changing things, and they'll be like, oh wow, I didn't know you was like that. Let them know straight up. Don't try to sugarcoat nothing. This is what I expect. This is what I like. Say, oh no, I said whatever you want. Oh, we do whatever you want. He knows that's a lie. He knows that's a lie. Don't do that. You got expectations too. Don't let the looks, don't dumb yourself down. You understand? I mean, I could go over. All right. Come out and be your true and be vulnerable. It's okay. You know if there's somebody's meant for you, right? Like if they could deal with your bad, they gotta deal with your good. They go together. That you go together. There's no separating that. You're gonna experience at different times of your life, of course, but you gotta let them know, hey, listen, I'm a lot to work with. I'm not just this cute face. I know my worth. You understand me? And they make that decision. Okay, well, now I don't want to deal with a woman that's so powerful. We tend to dumb ourselves down just because then we get the guy, and then what happens? They start seeing the true you, and then they'll leave you. No, you show them that now, and they'll respect you for that. You understand me? We do that. No, I'm gonna show you who I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm so cute, or whatever, or you whatever you want to do, or no, we so agreeable and so nurturing kind. And when we don't get our way, we get angry. We know you know exactly what you want. You know, you know exactly what you want. This is what I want. That's it. Are you ready? I'm ready. This is what I want to do. This is what the judgment card is about. You come up, you trust your intuition, you trust in yourself to make these decisions. You don't need to give your brain to nobody to make decisions for you, or nobody to play the scapegoat. No, you don't give your brain away to nobody, because they won't respect you. Everybody, you like a guy that stands up and respects, and he's very well together. The same thing. The same things that you value, they value the same thing. Honesty, respect for me, for myself, and I'm going to speak my truth. And you got to get in that power, because that's what the Empress represents. She's not weak. She's not weak. No, she's not a weak person. No, at all. So the Empress got both. She kicks ass, and that's okay, because you got both. You got the feminine and the masculine. We both have feminine and masculine. But if you operate more from the feminine side, right, you're not giving that power that you have. You're giving that away. Oh, you take my power. But as soon as I get married, oh, give me my power back. I got you now. Now you're gonna do what I say. Don't do that. No, you show them now what you got. All right. But yeah, there is somebody out there. It could be somebody that has your same interests, values, your goals, right? The same ideas, great communication, that will be totally not only infatuated with you, not only lust, but really love you. And love is respect, love is honoring me, love is commitment, love is being faithful, love is being true, but love is all about balance. It's all about you go do your thing, we're going to trust in each other. And that's hard to build. You know what I mean? Dealing with the emotional landscapes of the relationship when we separated, when we're with each other, giving us that time. And that is hard, because some of us, we just want to get the person and lock them and keep them restrained. You're going to call me at this time. You're going to do, that's no way to live. And so I want to teach you young girls, get in your power, and you get so much respect. Don't be afraid. It's okay to be cutesy. It's okay. It's okay to be wanting to take care of a little bit, right? A little bit of duality. I want to be taken care of a little bit, but I want to be financially independent, or I want to do the things that I want to do. Because then what happens, you don't have no voice, Then when you try to get your voice, they'd be like, oh, what are you talking about? You wasn't complaining before. Now I can't make decisions for you. And now you're mad because now you find a new you. No, 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 no. Don't give the sheep. The Empress don't play. The Empress, no, no, no. We're going to compromise till we get married, till we go to that, we got to make sure that we got both like a wavelength. We got to make that connection, right? Somebody that holds the same light. They want the same things. Well, we're going to grow together, not apart, because the judgment card is about growing apart. Either we're going to grow together or we're going to grow apart. Well, you make the 3 is a great time for you to say, you know what, it's early in the relationship, and you could go ahead and express and set your rules down. Not your rules, the way you want to grow your life, what direction you want. If you want marriage, you want a commitment, or you want a little bit of both, right? Because you need both anyway. All right. I don't want this, but I don't want that. You make sure that you want both, that you're gonna deal with both. They're not gonna happen. But anyway, you to teach your person. If you want one of these cards, I'm gonna give you one of these. Let's go ahead and let's see what the message is for you. Get in your power, girl. And you're gonna be like, wow, this is all I had to do. Not nobody, not a real man, not that a real man. They don't like to be taking care of nobody and somebody that's weak. You gotta be strong. What if I had a magic wand and could have anything I desire in life? What would I choose? Let's see your soul's action for today. Let me leave it there for you in case you want to screenshot it. Today, go inward. Your answers lie within. What do you desire? Choose what makes you happy, and you do that. So, what makes you happy? You do that. You put more. You frequent that more. Setting that frequency for that, and you're gonna see it in a couple of months. You'll be like, "Wow, I was worrying about nothing because I'm creating my own reality." Me too, right? I would love a magic. I would love a magic. Me too. Like this is what I want. But no, everything that you have the magic one in you. You have that tool inside of you. And that is the flames of your heart. The passion is burning inside of you. All right. It is through all your veins. Right? It's your roots. All right. It's your soul. All right. Your intuition. You follow that. You be like, man, I didn't know I was so powerful. That's what she's showing you. Venus is saying, you know what? You could have this, but it comes with both. It comes with the good and the bad. It comes with you being in your power, right? And not handing your power over, right? It's about you finding that balance between the masculine and the feminine. You carry, they carry, but if you run on just feminine energy, you're gonna be like, oh, I'm losing my power. And then you run so much on masculine, then you're a narcissist. And then you miss enough on the empathy and the emotions, how you can generate emotions through practicing some kind of meditation, and you can bring that energy in. You understand me? No, don't give that power to nobody. Hell no. Mm-mm. Say, no, sorry, I'm too much into my power. But sometimes you're welcome, sweetie, because we want the love right away. But then we realize, man, he's just like anybody else. You're just another person like me. At the other side of the lovers, it's just a person that's just like me. Instead of seeing a person as two distant strangers, you got to see them as part of the whole, from the same soul tribe. We're here to find our lover, right? And then when you cross over that threshold, you say to yourself, man, I tasted the lover, I kissed the lover, I tasted the fine wine, I lived my life, I stood up for myself, I stood in my power. You know what I mean? Like, no, we don't want to do that. No, I don't think so. I don't think, no, no, no. Mm-mm. And you'll be so successful in your life, with your career, with your person. You don't have to live in doubt. Are they gonna leave me? No, they be right there because you share the same goals and the values, and that is the most important thing. The love that's built from the lovers when everything is bad, because you could stand any storm. You look at the lovers, those trees, the emblematic trees, the passion, the fire, the wisdom, the apple that represents what? Right? Learnings, teachings. It's healthy, right? You build from the apple. The apple represents something more significant than being readily available for somebody, right? The teacher. It teaches you a lesson, basically. All right. And so when you grounded and rooted in love, right, without no fear, because love doesn't have a place for fear. You trust in you, right? Because at the end of the day, you chose the person. They don't choose you. No men never choose a woman. We choose them. And we know that. Why? Because as soon as we marry them, we start laying down the law. We like, this is the way it's gonna go. That's when we get in our power. But that don't mean nothing. That signed contract paper don't mean nothing. It doesn't get heavy, right? Because you got the five card, which is the Hierophant. This is the person bringing you together and teaching you about, love, life, discipline for the body and religion. You got to follow all these laws. No, and the lover says no, no. Even though we separated, right, we can still find common ground with each other. We don't need no middleman. We know how to work through these problems, right? But anyway, listen, I could go on and on. All right, Tanya? And so what's coming towards you, you could have a Gemini coming towards you, knowing that they come with a past, because everybody does. And you could have that. And you don't have to run from it. Don't be scared to be vulnerable. Learn all you can about that person. But you do have a Gemini, you have a Sagittarius, you have a Virgo, because that card Virgo. I'm just looking for my experiences. Virgo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio, and Gemini with the Lovers card. It could also be a Taurus. All right. So put yourself out there and just talk. Don't play dumb. Nobody likes a dumb person. Don't do that. All right. If anybody else got more questions, come on in. All right, I'm back. So let me pick your love oracle, Tanya, and then I'm gonna move over to ours with Pisces, and then I'm gonna go to Aquarius. Let's see. Excuse my nails. I've been doing. I do wash a lot of dishes, and I do clean a lot. So they're a little off. All right, let's go, Tanya, and stop. What can you do right now to get a little more conscious of love? All right. Well, I could answer this for you, but what can you do right now? If you want to comment there, if you come back, or if you're still here, conscious, all right? Conscious living. I would say you wanna if you want to answer, but I could tell you this. We don't only deal with the conscious. Here on the earth, yeah, we deal with our conscious, right? Because everything's our instincts. And be more mindful, because then you have to go to your subconscious mind and deal with that first. And our subconscious mind literally takes everything literal, right? You tell us something, trying to reprogram that and do positive affirmations, right? When it comes to love, making better decisions and be more discerning. So when the right person comes along, you know exactly how to answer them. You know exactly how to approach them. You know exactly that your limits got to be set, because it's good to have people come towards us and want us to, oh, yeah, of course you're going to get a tons of people after you, but you want somebody that you're going to build and have stability, security with. That's what we all want. We want stability and security. That's the two fundamental things that we should understand. Conscious love is right now, right? So I'm gonna leave it there. Let's go ahead to Aquarius. Aquarius. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna hit that bell and we're gonna move the energy over. If anybody else has a question, Aquarius, when it comes to today's soul's action, we're going to go ahead. If you come through here, you're meant to hear this message. Of course, you're always welcome to join me live. Here we go. Aquarius, let's get it. June 28th, Saturday. One more. Oh, God, I left the door open. One more. All right. Okay, Aquarius, you got the Knight of Swords. Got a Five of Pentacles, and you have the High Priest. All right. This last one here, I'm going to give it to you. All right. So it feels like you want to run. You want to, yeah. It feels like you're looking into, or somebody's looking into you, because you show up here with the Knight of Swords. All right. Is you got this temptation because you haven't seen somebody, whether it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, whether it's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Moon, rules. They're more watery than any other sign, although the air has water in it, the molecules, the oxygen, the carbon, and all that stuff, right? The moon is everybody at the end of the day, goes to each 12 signs, 12 zodiac signs, and it gives them a new energy. This is about being home. So you might be feeling like, man, this person makes me feel like home. I don't know why I'm so drawn to them. Aquarius, the Six of Cups is the energy of nostalgia. All right. So what are they saying to you with this Page of Swords here is make sure that you get all the information, because you could be missing something here. Now, the B and the Boaz and Yansen, between these two temperaments. All right, Aquarius? Because this person could be controversial at sometimes, and that might scare you off, or even if you're the one that's in controversy, because there's something here about, or there's a mystery that you might not be able to deal with, Aquarius. All right? Either this person is keeping some secrets from you, right? What's hiding behind that veil? What's hiding behind her emotions? What's the intention behind the person? The water represents our emotion, our psychic abilities, right? The moon cycles from the wax into the crescent, they change like the moon, all right? They're very unpredictable, or you could be unpredictable as well, right? With the energy, not knowing, do I want to be at home with them? That's what the waxing crescent moon that we're right under right now. We're on the waxing crescent energy, right? And the energy is going to make us feel nostalgic. The moon is in Cancer. It's all about I'm feeling at home with them. Why am I feeling back? You might want to, because I don't know, you haven't seen this person in 5 months, 5 years. Nah, that's a little too long to stay in that frequency and that energy. All right. So basically, maybe you're curious, maybe you're trying to, recapture something there. All right. And so you've been spending some time alone. That could be, you might get some inspiration today. I want to talk to them. I'm curious about them, or they could be curious about you. All right. Go both ways. All right. The moon in Cancer is seeking security, peace, this attachment to this person. I don't know why I'm drawn to them. I feel like I've been with them ages, eons, or, karma, a soul's journey. It's all here. So you might find yourself feeling vulnerable, but not really that risky. You're risky, but then no, I want to find out if there's something still left. Or they might come towards you, I feel like, only because of the waxing crescent moon. After that, it might go, and that's going to leave in a couple of days. All right. So what the card is advising you is to wait till this waxing crescent energy goes, and then it goes, because the energy gets stronger as the moon gets, older. It gets heavier, the energy. All right. And so wait, don't rush. It's a nostalgia, it's a feeling. I remember, I feel connected to them. There's also energy here with the Six of Cups. I've been on this person, or even if go back and forth, like you cannot really get this person out of your mind, or vice versa. It's telling you to hold your horses, right? And don't reach out right now. Wait till at least the moon is in the waxing gibbous. That is going to give you more clarity on a situation, right? Because it's going to uncover some truths, or this could just be you be pulling the energy. But if you feel like if it's closure already, because of the Five of Pentacles, is a card of being disconnected from this person for such a long time, because this takes years to build, right? To the trust that you should have, but no relationship is perfect. So they're asking you to cross yourself with wisdom, right? As the cross represents, like being stuck, which way to choose again. Maybe creating a reality with them in a different parallel universe, and trying to disconnect from that to bring it to earth. How do I understand this person? Right? Understanding your mind is more importantly at this point. All right. So you might get that pull because of the moon's energy, and that new cycle that began in Cancer, which is all about the home, family. I want to be connected, because you're gonna want to feel like I want to be connected to something that's familiar to me. All right. So that's what the energy is telling you right now. So just be careful with that. That is all the advice. Uh, Hold on a minute. I'm trying to get back to this. Yeah, there we go. There was the live video. Okay, that is for Aquarius. All right, let's go into Capricorn. Take care. Love you. Love you, darling. Thank you. Thank you, sweetie. I'll see you soon, okay? See you soon. All right, so let's go ahead to Capricorn. Capricorn, if you come through this live, stay. You're more than welcome to join me live at any time. Ask any questions that you desire. Listen, I'm here to encourage, to help you, to uplift you, and to give it to you straight. And each and every time, it is a new beginning. It's always new. The energy is fresh. Nothing stays the same. We all are continually on different vibrations, right? The universe is compromised of this energy. It operates like a magnet. I come in, and basically you're attracting whatever is on that frequency, right? So let's go ahead and let's give it to you straight one more time. Capricorn, let's see. Oh shit. Wow. There's no holding on to that energy. One more. One more. Wow. These two fell and they fell together. Capricorn, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to give you one more. All right. Healing is calling you. How do you know if I'm here? I'm going to give you one more. It's not fair. All right. So the 7 of Pentacles. Capricorn, you're right at the bottom here. You feel restricted right now. You feel like somebody put a restriction, or somebody's just said, you know what, I'm tired of feeling restricted. All right. Like you're boring. You're always doing the same thing. You're stuck to your job, or you like to work a lot, which leaves you no room. Somebody diminish your character here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, look, the 7 of Swords, nobody likes to really see it. This person, it's the kind of person that spiritually they like to take from you, but they don't like to give it. You know what I mean? Like mentally they play games, or because they're afraid to catch feelings. Okay, so they don't like to deal with the uncomfortableness, right? And it happens in every relationship or job, or maybe separating from a job here, whatever the case may be. But whatever happened here, because I get the 3 of Swords, it's a hurt. The heart and the mind is always on actually the heart, because everything goes to the 5 senses: what we see, what we hear, what we feel, what we touch, right? Our senses are always right, but it goes to the heart. And so whatever you heard, they could tell you words that hurt you, right? And it goes to your character, who you are, and then how you feel. You feel betrayed, you feel hurt, you feel like, wow, they got away with it one more time, right? And they coward. Okay, and so because you thought that you were gonna have a solid connection with this person, you thought that you were gonna, like things were moving along. This kind of person gave you a sense of not only sensual, it could have been sexual at some point, who knows, but like the connection was real. Like you felt like, this could be the one. This is a new beginning here. And I always you always kept giving chances, because you thought eventually they would lead to, when you plant a seed in this energy, eventually you grow. So you did a lot of things here with this person. Okay, there's a lot of passion, hunger for adventure, you or them, whatever the case may be. They feel like bored, like, oh man, it's like whatever happened here, Capricorn. Now you are, I'm okay. I'm tied to the things that I like, right? And the devil gets a really bad rap, because a lot of people don't understand the devil's energy, right? The devil is an energy that it's seen like the Baphomet. It's evil, but it's serious. It restricts you, right, from the things that you want to do. But it's an energy of growth. It's an animal that is seen as perverse, hard headed, those things. When really it's just a energy that when you tie yourself to it, you grow, because darkness doesn't have a trauma with money. But because you're earth sign, you can work really, really hard. A lot of times we invite things in and we prioritize, whether it's food, sex, money, whatever, in order, because that's what satisfies us. As the animal, it rebels with the pleasures of life. It's here, and it's, that's what the animal does. We all have the animal within us, right? This represents your higher self, right? As when you connect to this vault here, which is full of energy, because the whole universe is compromised of this energy, especially the earth, right? And so when you grow, you stay there. But whatever it is, anyway, to say is restricted. Okay, so they feel like, oh, you're always stuck doing the same thing, or you don't really have fun. You don't like to go anywhere. You don't like to do things. I'm leaving, but they're gonna come back. Okay, because this energy comes back. All right. They hungry for adventure. You might not like. You might not want to go and do things because you're bored. You're a boring person. All right, Capricorn. That's your job restricts you. Maybe at the same time, you designate for them to call you, when to call you, how many friends they're going to have. They don't like to be a lot of restricted at the same time. You like it because you know what you're going to grow here, right? Because we all made from this dark matter and darkness. This is where you grow, but you don't stay in that energy. All right. So they don't understand your passion for the things that you do, right? This is somebody that's tied to the land, their responsibilities. Okay. But anyway, if it makes you angry, or because we both got good and bad, you know. So how do you deal with this energy? How do you cope? Or maybe you want to have a lot of things here that you want to, but you still spin the two. The two of wands represents if you're happy with your career, with your knowledge, with your home, with the person that you're with, or even if you're not, you're by yourself, you're trying to find, new ways to do things, right? You're gonna have to disconnect for a little while and stop working because it's a working card. When you see the side of the aspect of the material side of it, I'm laser focused on the task at hand because I want to grow, all right, and I want to keep this blowtorch going, all right. It's like whatever you're passionate about. I mean, it's very contradicting energy, and this is what the law of polarity. Everything has its opposing everything has its opposing forces, the good and the bad, right? Day and night. So we work through those, you know, opposing forces, and we find the middle ground, and we grow. All right, they can complement each other instead of destroying each other. All right, but we have to find common ground. Anyway, let's go ahead to Sagittarius. Here we go for you. Sagittarius, you popping out. The Queen of Wands, she is ready. As soon as I say Sagittarius, boop. All right, so confidence. Confidence and inspiration. You are with a lot of people, where a lot of people want to be, setting a legacy. It is important to you, leaving a legacy for those behind me. But, because, the Ten of Pentacles is an energy. You know what? I got to do it for my ancestors. I know what I'm up against. I want to leave. See, when you do it for your ancestors, you paving the way. You showing them respect. All right. So whatever it is here, if you find yourself in a very happy place, right, with people that that bring joy, stability, security to your life, right, family, but money. Okay, this is you. It could be with a person, right? This is you might get an inheritance. You pay your ones. The Seven of Pentacles. And one more. Five of Wands. Although there could be trouble brewing, all right? You could find yourself today, although you gotta look, freedom, adventure, all right? The Eight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles is the energy of me working hard, working part-time. So because you like to play hard and work hard. You like both. So that's good. That's one thing about Sagittarius. They know that I can play hard and I can work hard. That's it. I want to do both. All right. So, but the Five of Wands is scary. It's a little scary for me because it's like somebody has a lot of passion for you, but they don't like your way. You're domineering in some way. Like everything has to be your way in some sense here. This is what's causing problem. Maybe you find yourself here arguing with people about money. All right, family members. You got to pay this. You got to do that. Maybe children at home, or maybe even in a job, in a competition here. And so whatever you find yourself today, don't worry about it. Try to find, because the Queen of Wands, she's uplifting, she's inspiring others. She likes to, tell others what to do, right? A lot of times we don't look at ourselves and the things that we do and the way we behave, and that could put a strain. But whatever's brewing right now, you could be able to resolve this, find common ground, ending conflict here, It's just going to be like a quick spat and nothing else, right? So that's what it looks like for you. New energy. We all find, even at work, somebody has the same abilities like me. So you might find some of them. Try to have communication. Listen, you're good at this and I'm good at, we both good at the same thing. Let's try to make this thing stronger. All right. Too much egos. Too much ego. All right. That's all. When you get the 5, everything looks good. And if you're single, good for you. You continue to work on yourself. You know, even if you're not in a position of power or leadership, but that's what she represents, right? Let's go ahead to, or it could be some healthy competition, which is rarely a rivalry card, right? Others see you, they want to compete with you. There is no competition. You don't compete with nobody. You are the competition. Here we go for Scorpio. Scorpio. We're going to hit this bell, Scorpio. I don't know if I'm going to finish all 12 signs, but I'm going to try. Scorpios, let's see the energy for you. Again, excuse my nails. They don't look that great. If you have a question, come on in. I'll be live again tomorrow with our archangels, our holy loving angels, our beautiful spirit guides. I walk with the 10,000. Don't you forget that I am heavily meditated. Chakra aligned, unconditional love here. But I will give it to you straight with the throat chakra. Boom. Let's take it. Let's take both. We can't just take the good stuff. We got to take both. All right. It takes the sun and the rain for things to grow. Without it, we won't be here. The trees siphon our carbon dioxide so we can breathe, brings us fruits, gives us home, shelter, not only to us, but to spiders, not spiders, birds, bees, and all the other creatures on earth. How much are they doing for us? Here we go. We gotta take both. Okay. Now, Scorpio, you got the 9 of Pentacles. All right, self-sufficiency. A little bit of polarity. Although I want to be, I'm self-sufficient, I can take care of myself, but I want to be taken care of too. I want both. All right, 10 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. One more. King of Wands. Okay. So this could be you or this could be somebody in your life. All right, there goes the Queen of Wands again. All right. Not only did you get the other day that I did you guys a video, it was powerful. It was, the finer things in life. And this goes when your energy changes like this, right? Because when the Queen of King and Wands show up, it's like either somebody you, because a person cannot change its colors overnight. This takes some kind of divine intervention to be in this Queen of Wands, because normally the Queen of Cups, King of Cups, right? They're more in the emotional side, dealing with the emotions, generating emotions, holding, like compassion, empathy, listening to other people, right? Healers by nature. We all healers by nature, but we all have a different energy. Okay, we all have a different, like a little flavor, right? So with this energy showing up here, right? Not only do I want to, right, be in my power because I stand here firm to the things that I want to do. No, I'm not being persuaded. I'm not being intimidated. I have something to protect. The ones are given to a tribe, a leader. Here, we get pass this on to you. And seriously, let me see. I'm sorry, but anyway, that's what the energy looks like. You are where a lot of people would like to be. So you got a lot of envy, you got a lot of intimidation. Not only you got that fire, of course, right? That tenacity, that ambition, that drive. But here's the thing, right? You want to do so many things here, all right? But the universe is telling you pick one, and you can do that very, very profoundly, deeply to the soul. To your soul starts crying and it's enlightened. It's giving you all this because you're very creative by nature, right? And a lot of times you generate a lot of emotions here, and you get to pull the energy. Period at the end. All right. So the 7 of Wands is a temptation here. All right. You're going to be tempted today and maybe for the rest of the week to do something here. But they're asking you to pick the one that's going to give you stability, long-term security. All right. Because the other ones are going to be short-lived. Whether it's a person, all right, whether it's an ex that may try to pry and come back and they see you moving on, moving forward, confident, right? She's so resilient and she's, persevering in her energy. She's flawless with everything, right? Not that the Queen of Cups is not. But this one, she doesn't let nobody intimidate her. She knows that she she goes with the passion, the tenacity there. All right. Otherwise, when you let your emotions get involved, she's not only in the mind, she's the heart. The emotions is the soul's energy, right? And it's different. So she's the heart. The heart is the strongest muscle that we have. But in that heart, when you put a lot of emotions in it from the soul, it generates. It gets you more creative. It makes you more powerful. It makes you feel like, man, I can conquer anything, right? Like we get caught up with a lot of emotions, right? And be like, wow, I could do anything. But anyway, slow it down. Uh, the five of wands is relieving the burdens, right? Let's say that you're dealing with a person, right? That you thought you're gonna have a solid connection and you beginning with, right? And you hold a lot of you hold this person really good because they was really sexy. You could be the one that's really sexy. It doesn't really matter who's sexy. Every time I do Scorpio, it's sexy. But anyway, what they want you to do here is try to be a little bit more self-sufficient because this is what you're here. Like you need to learn how to have that balance between, you know, holding space, being the empathetic ear, and interference with yourself, all right? Because you have what it takes here. But, like, you know, be maybe a little more demanding with what you want and be a little more realistic. And then just do that. Follow your passions is basically what they say. You in this position of leadership power, even if you're not in a position, this is the energy that you carry. This energy will carry it to create your heaven on earth, to pull on that energy to manifest whatever it is that you want. But you have to be practical, all right? Because a lot of times we're looking at the real big picture. That's great. Have all these wonderful ideas of what it could be, right? That we miss the practicality, though, here and now. What's going on now? Let me deal with this now. Let me put the practice, because practice eventually makes perfect. All right? So I'm going to get, I didn't give nobody Soul's Journey. Oh, I think I did. No, I think I gave them earlier. All right, let's go into the last sign that I'm going to do, and that is going to be Libra. No, I think I'm going to Virgo. Libra, let's go ahead and hit that bell for you. I'm going to be here until 8 o'clock. If you have a question, come on, don't be a stranger. Thank you for the people that have subscribed to the channel. We started at 1. I had just deleted a couple of videos there when I started so I can move forward. I don't like to get stuck with the energy. I know. I take them both. But I feel like that the energy was holding me back. And, when you start at the beginning, I've only been here 2 months, of course. And, and I was really being a little bit more, I was being a little harsh, right, with my energy. But I got to take it the way they give it to me, right? Because when I say the energy Libra, they show up and they give me, right? Not what you want to hear a lot of times, what you need to hear. And that's hard for us to digest. So here we go. And I do it from a place of love. One more. And I probably came off a little bit. Right? Kooky. I'm not kooky. I'm very sane. I just have a lot of passion for what I do and how I want to try to cultivate and help you guys grow. Our evolution is all about integration. When we come to this unity of oneness and understand that we all are part of each other, right? And we hold a lot of power and a whole lot of accountability at the same time. So we don't be, right, walking around like we're clueless, But anyway, Libra, you got the star. You got the sun in the reverse. Wow, you got a lot. Wow. 3 of Swords. All right. So although your life's been on a turning point for the last year to 10 years, right? And you have nothing but disappointment. Man, I don't even want to do this. Oh man, whether you or your person with us, who we associate with, who do we trust? Because you're so kind and nice, right? But that's good because look, whatever it is, you getting a promotion, right? Even though either you left a job or a person or whatever, that's good because I gave you time to do you. There could have been something really bad, right? That was probably going to take place, right? And so I got this heavy burden on me because I don't know if you judge people too quick before you really get to give them a chance. So please, even if you're bringing people to your home, even if you get to know somebody, All right, check the foundations, check them thoroughly, right? You could be entering this phase where, because the Tower card, people, there's a couple that's going to be making a decision, right? Somebody you probably hung out with, friends here, that's not going to be favorable. All right, there's a couple here that's going to make a decision here. All right, because of your associations, and not because you did anything wrong. A lot of time we're so kind, and our heart, right, is always on this attack. All right, because everything what we hear, right? But anyway, try not to be so judgmental, and try when you meet somebody, give them a chance, but make sure that you know enough about them so they don't cause you these unfortunate and make you feel trapped, right? Because the limits that you're setting for yourself is the ones that you're creating. Basically, we create with our mind all the time, and we don't know that we created these unnecessary. Because when we live in worry or fear or what's going to happen in the future, when we want to know what's going to happen, right? It leaves us with like not enjoying the now. So enjoy today fully. All right. Try to find somebody that can help you, talk to you, mentor you, right? And be mindful, be present, so then you don't look too far ahead into the future, because you show up to like people see that you're anxious, right? They try to take that for desperate. You're not desperate, all right? Uh, let's go ahead to Virgo, and I'm going to end it there. It's not easy to do this because we want to hear, oh, I'm the best person ever, or I'm thinking I'm better than other people, and you'll be humble real quick, all right? You'll be humble real quick. The universe will humble you right on down. All right. We want to act like the peacock, like our feathers are better than other people. Oh, you should do this. You should do yeah. You should do this. Blah 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 blah. Right. I could go on and on, but anyway, Virgo. Let's go ahead. Let's see here. A wake up call. The past is catching up to you, and it catches up with all of us. Here we go. Virgo. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this, one more. Virgo. And one more. Here we go. Right here, Virgo. Right, you got the Page of Cups. You got the Ace of Swords. You got the Three of Wands, and you got the World card. The Five of, and you did it again, Virgo. Or they did it again. But this is your energy, because you got to understand your ruler is who? Mercury. So he brings communication. All right? You did it again. All right? This could be good. You end the conflict here by being, like not truthful. You said to yourself, I'm not going to do these things again. And boom, behold, lo and behold, you do it again. Self-sabotage. There was something that was going so great. There was great communication, but you decided to say, you know what? I'm going to pump the brakes. I want to spend some time for myself. I don't know if you want to travel, or you decided to, you know what? No, I don't want to be. It's something not fitting you. You know, I don't know. There's something that's not quite here. That you like. All right. I don't know if you like the playfulness of it with the Page of Cups. It's an innocence, right, of the energy. It's a card that I'm not gonna be so into it because it's awkward, or you don't like dealing with the awkwardness, or something make you feel awkward. Because the Three of Wands is a card of, I'm looking, my ships, have they come in? I see a future with somebody, but again, I want to see myself free. Like I want, like you say things and then you take them back. You also have a Cancer here. You also have here with the World card. This is Sagittarius. This is a Capricorn. Another Capricorn. Could be a Capricorn. Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Taurus here. All right. So these people could be the people that are responsible for the connections that you have and why you're not where you want to be, or these are the people that you close yourself off from. Okay. So the Chariot is a person about, I want to have control. All right. So it's basically, do I want to have control of the relationship? I want to steer where it goes. I want to know when they go back, I mean, this is obsessive. So listen, I don't even want to do this. I almost want to laugh because I'm so tired of the energy. Like I want to control where you're going, what you're doing. I want to know where you're doing, where you're at, but I don't want no commitment, right? Or I say I do, and I don't know, right? Or this could be somebody that's restricting you, or you thought somebody was restricting you, where you at, where you going, who you with, watching my every move, when they come in, when they come out, or they could be watching you over. Oh my goodness. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there because I can't even deal with this. You know, so that's what causes conflict. It could even be at the job. People trying to sabotage you. You know, but you don't say nothing. I don't know. There's something here going on with a job. I don't know if you drive for a living here because I'm gonna take a. Let's go somewhere else. Only because I see passion, right? I'm waiting for my ships to come in card. I don't know if you don't got everything that you want or you don't got it together. All right. Because normally if I feel good about myself, if I'm following my passions, right? Because this is a drive, this is momentum, this is me looking into the future, with optimism, there's growth, But when you get this Five of Swords, it's like you doubt yourself, or you doubt the relationship, or you doubt the person that you're with, or or this because somebody wants. I want to have control so bad because if I don't, I fear that they're gonna leave me, or if I don't communicate right. But I want to keep somebody safe. I want to keep somebody because I feel safe. I feel happy. They make me laugh. It's childish. It's fun, right? But then when it gets to the real stuff, the big important, the decisions to make, right? With the World Cup, because it's a card of big decisions, and then decisions comes with discernment. Am I going to make the right decision, right? Passes the judgment card. Am I with this person? Do I want to open up? Is this the person that I belong with, right? They seen you through a lot, all right? You want to have you happily ever after, but it's like you're scared to be vulnerable, all right? Like, I don't know, like you go back on what you say, like I'm making progress with this person, but it's like I'm scared. You go from the 3 to the 5, right? And it's like I don't know. You go between these two and then to the world. Like I want to be able to get it together, but something propels me. Something makes me, just anyway. I'm gonna leave it there. I thank you so much, guys, so much for coming. And all right, Virgo, just speak your truth. Remember that wisdom and understanding is action. The page of, I mean, the page. The Ace of Swords is about you taking action with wisdom. In wisdom, you grow, right? And it's all about that action. If you feel you're with the right person, the right connection, the yin to my yang, then my everything, right? With these two opposing forces, how can I find balance between these two polarities? These two things, we're so different, but then we're so much alike. They so dark and I'm so light. They so light and I'm so dark. How do you work between those two energies? How can you get to the gray areas, the complexities of life, right? When there's so much strangeness and things that I don't understand, right? How do I navigate these landscapes of emotions? How do I find right? By compromising, by talking about things, by communicating your needs, your desires, right? And that's the only best way. Communication is key to everything, and practice is everything. And practice is the key that you need to open the door so you could so you could persevere and move forward. All right. Remember, you're being tested at the end of the day. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next live. Bye bye.